The unfortunate news, that's the breaking news, that was the reason we had to record today, that just came down about an hour ago. Ronald Acuna is going to miss the remainder of the season with a torn ACL on just a weird play today in the Braves game where he's on second base, taking a secondary lead. Nothing abnormal about it. Takes off for third a little bit and then just dies, just stops. And you see his leg just cut out on him, and that's it. It's over. His season is over. And it sucks for Braves fans. It sucks for baseball fans. I'm a New York guy. I'm not a Mets fan necessarily. Um, but I'm a baseball fan, and he's one of the best in the league. And obviously, for fantasy purposes, it really sucks because this is a guy who we talked about is head and shoulders above everyone else when it comes to fantasy baseball. This is a guy who was crushing it. This is a guy who you expect when you take him 1-1, there are no issues at all. And we even talked about it before the season. We had a little bit of an injury scare. We didn't care. It was like, hey, he had this injury scare. He's still 1-1. He's still so much better than anyone else, even if he misses a couple of months. Well, now you only got him for a couple of months. If you're in a head-to-head league, like forget about it pretty much because the rest of the way. And there's ways to replace him. I'm not saying that there's not ways to replace him. Of course, there's ways to replace him. You could try and find different pieces. I'm not telling you to quit on the season, give up on the season. But if you had the first overall pick and you took Ronald Acuna, or you used in an auction league, you use most of your draft capital, or maybe in your league you traded for him and you traded a bunch of assets for him, and now he's gone. It just sucks and it's sad and it's unfortunate. And so don't quit, don't give up on your league. But this is the toughest blow you're going to take because nobody is worth what this guy's worth. Nobody can do what this guy is capable of doing. And now you're going to be without that guy for the remainder of the season. And for the Atlanta Braves, you feel for them, right? You feel for a team that has all this talent, obviously. And it's not just him, obviously. Like there are so many guys on this team, and you saw he tweeted out like the crying emoji and the sad emoji or whatever. And then you also have Michael Harris tweeting out like, "Man, this sucks," just crying. But him and Strider, it just sometimes teams have this year from hell, and while Atlanta should be the most talented team, things happen. This is why you play the games. And unfortunately, injuries are part of the game, and it sucks. I started talking about Aaron Judge. So real quick, some crazy stats I wanted to bring up regarding Aaron Judge. So first of all, he is the first player in MLB history to have 12 RBIs, 12 doubles and 11 home runs in a 20-game span. First in baseball history. But the other thing that was funny is Aaron Judge is having like a historic pace right now. Aaron Judge is the hottest hitter in baseball right now. He has a 1.347 OPS in the last 30 games since April 23rd. So he's really been, after that first like month where he started really slow, he's been incredible. Barry Bonds maintained a 1.348 OPS as well, right? Aaron Judge did it the last 30 games. So this is 1 point higher. Barry Bonds did this for 639 games spanning from 2000 to 2006. So yeah, just put it in perspective. Aaron Judge has been awesome. Barry Bonds is literally the greatest ever. If you don't believe that, I'm sorry. I can't help you if you don't believe that because some people will argue because of steroids and random stuff. A couple other headlines. The Phillies had a rough series. Ranger Suarez, they lost their first game with Ranger Suarez on the mound as they lost in Colorado, and the Rockies have been hot. The Dodgers lost 5 in a row, but nothing cures losing 5 in a row like going to Citi Field for a series. So the weekend kicks off tomorrow at 4 p.m. at Citi Field. I might try to get out there. I'll put it that way. I might try and get to the Citi Field tomorrow to watch the game. If I can get a ticket, I'm working till I think 2 or 3 p.m. So if I can take the train afterwards, Citi Field, get in there a little bit, that would be fun.